Hare Krishna. Question: if God is all powerful, then why do religionists think that they have to protect God, and then they attack people of other religions and they attack innocent people in the name of protecting their religion and protecting their God? Answer: the God does not need our protection, but rather we need His protection, and one way in which we get His protection is by offering our service to Him. So the principle of service is what is important, and we can serve Him by prayer, by meditation, by taking His message to the poor people, by giving His prasad to the needy, and in that way there are many ways in which we can serve God. Now, one of the ways in which we serve God is also by expressing our love, by protecting the things which are connected with Him. So for example, if somebody attacks a temple, now God does not need a protection, but we express our affection to Him by protecting the temple. So that is, now if we love someone, even if that person has the capacity to protect, still the person who loves will express the endeavor to protect that person. That is an expression of devotion, that is an expression of affection. Now, this is a separate issue from the fundamentalist terrorism that goes on in the name of religion. That happens not because people want to protect their religion, but rather because people want to protect their ego, and they use the religion as a masquerade for their ego. If we look at most of the religious conflicts that have happened in the world, if we go deep into their causes, the cause is not so much religion, it is secular conflicts. It is conflict over power, conflict over wealth, a conflict over estate and land, and that is what is the cause of conflict. And there are power hungry political leaders and other leaders who misappropriate and misuse people's religious feelings and incite them to war. And even if we consider the religious violence that has been there, still actually we see that far greater violence has happened for non-religious causes than has happened for religious causes. World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, the conflicts within Soviet Russia, there is no God involved in it. In fact, we talk so much about the violence which is caused by religious terrorism, but the biggest wars, World War I and World War II, the religion was not a factor in them. And the number of people who were killed in Soviet Russia and China during the communist rule from the 1920s till around 1990s, that number is almost 25 times more than all the religious violence that has ever happened in the last century, and that is actually several times more than the number of people killed in World War I and World War II also. So when people are egoistic and people want to dominate others, and when they find that others are not ready to be dominated, they eliminate them. So it is the ego that makes people fight, and some people fight by covering their ego under a masquerade of religion. So protection of God is a means of protection of not God but of the things related with God is a means of expressing our devotion to God. But creating violence against innocent people and masquerading that in the name of religion is just a manipulative tool of the ego to do what one wants to do and to not look bad for being power hungry, to put on a mask of religion. So we should not reject religion entirely or consider religion as a cause of violence because of some people abusing religion to masquerade their hunger for power. Thank you. Hare Krishna.